Hello and welcome to video number 5 in this 35 video series to help start up a YouTube channel. My name is Derek Yu and I'm co-founder of Impact Academy. And in this 35 series video, I'm sharing some 35 ideas that would help any life coach that's starting out, consultant, or any content creator that's starting out, really to have the right kind of mindset starting out and setting up your business in a way that will be scalable. So those 35 ideas that I'm sharing, they will help with your mindset and they would help to keep you on track as you start out. The fifth idea that I want to share with you, and it's an idea that I wish I knew when I started out 8 years ago. It's an idea that I hope it would really help you, even if you're already in the coaching space and you're not really doing well. This is something that might be holding you back or might be disturbing you from reaching your full potential as a coach. First of all, I would like to, congratulate you for letting yourself to be that vulnerable that you want to help other people, sharing your experience. You want to help other people by holding the light for them, by being a leader for them. In today's day and age, it's very difficult for everyone. I mean, coming out of COVID, it's like the whole world has been exposed, and it's so difficult for people to lead themselves. And talk less of you not only wanting to lead yourself, but putting yourself out there to want to lead other people, to want to coach other people, or wanting to guide other people. It's really a position of vulnerability. And I want to say, I thank you for taking up the challenge and answering the call that you want to be a light bearer for other people. 10 years ago, when I got introduced, my first introduction to personal development was an intervention that one of my mentors did for me that changed my life. And immediately after that intervention, I knew in me, it just kind of like became certain in my heart that I want to become someone, a life coach, someone like my mentor, like the gentleman who helped me got through a really rough patch in my life, because I saw transformation in a way that I've never seen before. And it was that introduction into personal development that led me down this path. And I'm grateful that 8 years ago, I really went all in on the path of becoming personal development coach. And today I'm a consultant helping other coaches. And I really want to focus a lot of my time and energy on helping those starting out, because there's just a lot of things that stops coaches who could have become amazing people in the space of life coaching and consulting. But the little hoops and distractions around the starting of your career that makes you end up not making enough money to sustain a career in coaching, that just overwhelms you and make you not really pursue that career in coaching. It's one thing that stops a lot of people who would be amazing, who would bring a lot of impact into the world if they just allowed themselves to blossom into their full potential in becoming a guide, a coach, a helper to other people. And my purpose of this 35 video series is really to share ideas that would help those who are starting out or those who are in the industry already and are struggling to have the right kind of mindset that would help them build a solid foundation for their business. So before I even share this one thing that I don't want you to let stop you, and it's one of the biggest things that stop people in the beginning, by the way. Let me just give you some perspective here. So if you set out to become either a coach or a consultant or just a guide, they really are just three ways of becoming, an expert in the industry today, or what I limited to and what I've learned. And I learned this from Brendon Burchard, who is one of the most influential personal development and leadership coaches in the world right now. And his teachings has helped transform millions of people across the world. And I'm really grateful that it's one of those teachers that I hang on to his teachings in my early days until today. I still learn from him. So he shared this, this idea that there's just literally three ways that you can become a coach, a thought leader, an expert. And those three ways are what he called the thought leaders trifecta. And it's either you become it through research reporting. You can become an expert by researching on a subject and reporting back on that subject. And it's definitely the how-tos that you can, just by becoming a dedicated student, researcher of a subject, and then reporting back on that subject, that can lead you to become an expert. And the second way is results expert. You've gotten some results and you're sharing how you've gotten that result. You see a lot of experts today really are doing their trade around sharing results in an area of their life and teaching people how to get similar results. The third of this trifecta, and what I want you to hold in your heart as you set out as a coach, is being a role model expert, being a role model for the people that you become guides, that you lead, the people that you teach, the people that you help bring transformation to. You should be a role model to those people. And to be a role model to somebody, you have to be a role model to yourself. And this is what keeps some coaches grounded. And it's this simple differentiating element that I believe that anybody who's in the coaching space and really want to be in the coaching space for a long time and wants to bring transformation in the coaching space, they should master how to be a role model expert. You should, be all three. Research, reporting, you should be able to share your results. And at the same time, the most important aspect is that you should be a role model. Now, this big distraction, this one thing that I said you should not let yourself be stopped by, it's the showmanship that you will encounter in the industry. The moment you decide that you want to become an expert, that you want to become a coach, you want to become a content creator, that you want to venture into one particular aspect and become a thought leader in, and you start searching on Amazon, on Facebook, on YouTube, and you start searching on that particular subject on Google and all of that, you will be flooded by adverts of other experts who are teaching people how to do whatever you set out to become. And it becomes very overwhelming because some of those who spend almost the highest advertising money budgets on those platforms, they usually use some techniques to sell people that don't sit well with me, and it's showmanship. You see those videos pop up with people showing you their yachts, showing you this mansions, showing you fancy cars, like just showing you so much affluent and wealth, how better off, how well off they are to position themselves to sell you into whatever they want to sell you. Now, when you see people like that, and you will, being in the space that you want to be in, the gap between where you might be at, which is what I've noticed, and where that person is might be so large that it might just discourage you to even set out on the path in the first place. So this showmanship, this looking at what they are flashing you and showing you should not distract you from focusing to become the expert that you can become if you pay attention to the subject matter that has called you into this career path and really learn and put your mind and yourself focused on the part of just becoming who you could become so that you can help impact the lives that you can impact. Some people say that there's too many life coaches and too many experts out there. And it's a school of thought that I don't buy into, because the people that are influenced by the life that I live are different from the people that you influence and will influence by your own life, just by the nature of what environment you find yourself in. The life experiences that you have, they're different. And so are the people that person A, person C, B, D, everyone can influence a different set of people. So as many as they could and can be coaches around the world, there will always be a lot of people that each and every one of us can influence in their own way. So don't let showmanship stop you from starting out on your journey of becoming an expert or a coach or a guide or a content creator. Some of the people who have been in a particular area, in a particular sector for longer, they have walked the talk. Their work is earning them enough money. They have enough resources to hire teams to make them look better than they really are. They have enough money to buy softwares, tools that would make them even look better than they really are. All of that should not distract you from becoming who you can be. It's really doable to become an expert, to become a life coach, to become a content creator without all the bells and whistles that are being sold around the industry of personal development today. And I hope you'll put your head down and not be distracted by the showmanship and keep at it. I'm looking forward to sharing the next idea with you, and bye for now.